Welcome back. I'm Leigh from Agápē Studios, and this is Seal 4, Anāhata, the Heart Seal, the sacred midpoint of the 7 seals of Revelation. We've traveled through earth, water, and fire, from survival to creation, to transformation. Now we arrive at the element of air, the breath of love, balance, and connection. Anāhata, the Heart Chakra, the radiant seat of unconditional love, compassion, and unity consciousness, known in Sanskrit as unstruck or unhurt. Anāhata refers to the pure sound that arises from the silence of the soul, a frequency of love beyond condition, beyond duality. The center is the throne of the soul, where the individual and the infinite meet in harmonic resonance. It is the point of balance between the lower chakras of matter, of physicality, and the higher chakras of spirit. In sacred geometry, Anāhata is symbolized by a 12-petaled lotus, enclosing 2 intersecting triangles, one ascending, the masculine principle, Shiva, and the one descending, the feminine principle, Shakti. Together, they form the hexagram, the star of perfect union, representing the Merkaba, the light body or chariot of the soul, also known as the Star of David. When the heart is awakened and coherent, we begin to see all beings as reflections of ourselves. Judgment dissolves into understanding. Separation yields to connection. From this state of awareness, our outer world mirrors our inner harmony. And love, once perceived as an emotion, becomes the very field from which all reality unfolds. Anāhata teaches us that love is not something we give or receive. It is the very essence we are. To live through the heart is to live as the bridge between heaven and earth, to move in rhythm with the breath of creation itself. In this carving, 12 petals from the sacred geometry of the heart, 12 frequencies of love expressed through human experience. Within the center is the interlocking triangle, one pointed upward, symbolizing spirit, ascending. One pointed downward, symbolizing matter, descending. Together they form the Star of Balance, the 6-pointed star, showing that heaven and earth are not opposites but reflections. When the seal opens, when we peer into it, we remember that giving and receiving are one motion. The element here is air. The color is emerald green with hues of pink. The union of compassion and passion. The seed sound yam is pronounced, resonating near 341 hertz, or the solfeggio tone 639 hertz. It is note or key F, the frequency of connection and relationship, healing. This tone harmonizes the entire field, aligning the heart and mind, spirit and body, masculine and feminine. When chanted, Yam expands the lungs, softens the armor, and lets breath move freely through the chest. The 12 petals of Anāhata each hold a sacred sound, 12 frequencies of love expressed through human emotion. Each petal teaches us how love moves, how it breathes, and how it restores harmony. Ka carries the vibration of purity and honesty in love. When balanced, it inspires transparent intention. When clouded, it hides motives or manipulates emotion. Ka opens the heart to vulnerability and trust. In balance, it invites openness. In imbalance, it becomes guardedness or fear of rejection. Ga awakens compassion in action. Generosity that flows from fullness rather than from the need for approval. When distorted, it becomes martyrdom, giving more than one has. Ga holds the strength of empathy. Balanced, it allows deep understanding without losing center. When unbalanced, we absorb others' pain and become drained. Na reminds us of unity, the thread that connects every living being. Balanced, it brings belonging. Distorted, it isolates or detaches. Ka radiates joyful curiosity, the playfulness of love. When balanced, it celebrates life's beauty. When unbalanced, it breeds jealousy or possessiveness. Ta expresses freedom and trust. Clear, it allows relationships to breathe. Distorted, it clings or controls out of insecurity. Ja speaks truth from the heart. Balanced, it communicates love clearly. Unbalanced, it can gossip, over explain, or defend. Ja refines emotional intelligence, the wisdom to know when to give and when to rest. Balanced, it sets kind boundaries. Distorted, it fluctuates between overgiving and withdrawal. Nya vibrates with self-love and forgiveness. In its higher tone, it invites compassion for oneself. In its shadow, it holds self-criticism, guilt, or resentment. Ta sings of harmony and cooperation. When aligned, it draws communities together. When misaligned, it divides through blame or pride. And Ta, the 12th petal, embodies devotion. Love expressed as service. Balanced, it gives without losing self. Distorted, it clings or depends on others for worth. These 12 vibrations create the wheel of the heart. When they turn in harmony, the entire field of the body resonates with compassion. When they fall out of tune, the heart contracts. Not as punishment, but as an invitation to listen again. For it is in listening, not striving, that we return the unstruck sound. We return to it, the pulse of love that was never lost. I'm tuning this seal with my Tibetan singing bowls, aligning with the resonant frequency of the heart where sound becomes silence and silence becomes sound. Feel the tones move like wind through your chest, clearing grief, softening judgment, and restoring rhythm to the breath. The high bowl opens the crown. The mid-tone settles in the chest, and the low bowl grounds this love into the earth. Breathe with the bowl. Inhale self-love. Exhale compassion for all beings. The heart is the bridge between worlds, between inner and outer, heaven and earth, self and other. It is where the sacred oil of consciousness rises from the lower seals, anointing the pineal and pituitary through breath, uniting divine feminine and masculine as one current of awareness. When the heart opens, perception shifts, opposites dissolve, judgment melts, and all that remains is love recognizing itself in form. Thank you all for journeying with me through Seal 4, Anāhata. May this resonance remind you that the heart is not something to reach. It's the field you already are, the breath that moves through all life. Join me next for Seal 5, Vishuddha, the throat seal, where sound and truth unite and expression becomes creation. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste, friends.